Have you ever noticed that the kinder you are, the more people demand from you? You give your time, your energy, your heart, and instead of gratitude, they ask for more. And the moment you finally say no, they call you selfish. What if the very thing you're proud of is what's slowly breaking you? This story might change how you see kindness forever. In a small, peaceful village lived a man named Thomas. Everyone knew him as the nicest person around. He smiled easily, helped without hesitation, and never turned anyone away. If someone needed a favor, Thomas was already there. If they needed money, he gave it. If they needed someone to listen, he stayed, even when he was exhausted. People praised him often. Thomas is such a good man, they said. And Thomas believed it. He thought his kindness gave him purpose. He thought being good would protect him. But every night, when the village grew quiet, Thomas felt empty. His body was tired, but his spirit felt even heavier. He wondered why he felt so weak when he was doing everything right. Still, he ignored that feeling, because saying no felt wrong, rest felt selfish, and protecting himself felt like failure. So Thomas kept giving, not realizing that goodness without limits was slowly turning into a cage. What happens when kindness becomes an obligation instead of a choice? One morning, Thomas's neighbor knocked on his door. "I need help fixing my roof today," the man said. Thomas had planned to rest. His body ached from days of labor, but he agreed anyway. He worked under the hot sun until his hands were raw. When he finished, the neighbor simply said, "Come back next week. I have more work." No thanks. No concern, just another demand. It didn't stop there. A friend borrowed money, again, and never returned it. When Thomas gently asked about it, the friend frowned. "Why are you counting favors? I thought we were close." At the next village meeting, people decided Thomas would build a well. Alone. No one asked him. They assumed. That was the moment it hit him. His kindness was no longer appreciated, it was expected. And expectations, when unchallenged, become exploitation. What if the problem isn't your kindness, but who you're giving it to? That evening, Thomas sat by the river, defeated. An old traveler noticed him and sat nearby. After a moment, the man said, "You look like someone who gives too much." Thomas was startled. He admitted how drained he felt. The traveler nodded. "Kindness without wisdom isn't virtue," he said. "It's self-erasure." Thomas argued that helping people was the right thing to do. "It is," the man replied, "but not at the cost of your well-being. When you say yes to everyone, your yes loses value. When you never say no, people stop respecting you." The words settled deep. The next day, when another request came, Thomas paused. His heart raced, but he said no, calmly, clearly. The reaction was anger, shock, accusations. But something unexpected happened too. For the first time, Thomas felt free. What happens after you say no for the very first time? Thomas didn't stop being kind. He stopped being careless with it. He refused to lend money without respect. He helped only when effort was shared. At meetings, he spoke up. Some people were offended. Others quietly adjusted. Over time, something changed. The villagers who once used him now treated him differently. Requests came with gratitude. Help came with balance. One day, a young farmer asked for help and offered fair payment and mutual support. Thomas agreed, and for the first time, helping felt good again. When the traveler returned months later, he smiled. "You look lighter," he said. "I am," Thomas replied. "I learned that real goodness has boundaries." If this feels familiar, remember this. You are not selfish for protecting your energy. You are not cruel for saying no. One person who respects your kindness is worth more than many who exploit it.